I'm gonna do a pressure check. But if you feel like you need to grip onto anything, you can grip on there. Keep it nice and tight. But I'm just gonna give you pretty much like a dot so you can get a feel for it, okay? So this is that pressure check.
That's good.
Right?
Yeah, that's good.
Exactly.
That's good. It's actually less than I thought.
Good.
Because like I said, when I got tattoos, the technology was different back then.
It was louder.
Yeah.
And the machines were structured a little bit differently. I have a wireless machine. So what I do is pretty chill when it's not scaring my client. Feel me?
So what makes it wireless?
So the rotary machine, everything is in here, but wireless part, like the battery is attached.
Oh, you don't have to plug it in.
Correct.
Keep it going.
Correct.
Okay, I got you. Okay, that makes sense now.
But you said the last time you got a tattoo.
Last time, well, my first tattoo was when I was 18.
And you didn't have the greatest experience, but you let your boy have.
It wasn't that bad.
You let your boy do what he wanted.
No, that wasn't the first one. It was,
okay.
It was my mom's name was my first one. The one on my left bicep. And that was my first one. That one was done by Cricket. Anybody from the hood knows.
Who that? Okay.
But yeah, that was my first one. And then actually, that just brought back a memory. My boy ended up getting hooked. And he ended up going back to get some. And he wanted me to get one with him, so I ended up getting a little star on my chest.
Yeah.
And then my boy, who was starting to get a tattoo at the time, I was basically practiced with him, and that's why I got the ankh right here. So that's how that originated.
And like when I saw your tattoo originally, it was a long time ago, but I wasn't even into tattooing for real. And then as I, casually go and check on the podcast, see how you're doing, and I'm tattooing now, I'm like, Brody.
You gotta get that.
Yeah.
But it's funny because this was always supposed to get done from the very beginning. This was always supposed to be finished. But I wasn't at a place where I wanted tattoos anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to have that mindset to want tattoos.
Yeah, the mindset, the money, the time,
and the exhibit.
An artist. Yeah, and the artist that you want to work with. But the real reason why I hit you up is one, because like, you and my brother and I ain't seen you in a fucking minute.
I know, the last time we saw each other was at, what was it, Unknown?
I seen you outside. Yeah, we were outside. Unknown Clothing in New Britain.
We was lit as hell, and you was doing the DJing thing as well too.
Yeah.
See, and that's the thing. I met you at so many different things
in different stages of my life, and it's always been love, and I love that, right?
And I just love that we grow.
Exactly,
that's
and we evolve.
Part about it. Like, I love the person I am. I love the person who I became. I feel like I became a lot calmer, a lot more chill.
Same. I was a wild child back then, and like kind of like a little fucking cannonball. Always had something up my sleeve.
That's what I said. I like where you at right now. I feel like right now.
Thank you.
Right now, like you said, when you found tattooing, you felt like you were supposed to be doing it like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
and I don't believe that. I believe. Like, my biggest thing, if you started doing something that you love now, you wouldn't have the same love for it at that time.
Then I would, yeah.
Yeah, so it wouldn't stick and wouldn't hit the way it hits right now.
Facts.
And plus, like, for me, like, back then is like, and I think you can relate to this a little bit, I have commitment issues when it comes to my projects and my ideas. Like,
you have a lot of ideas.
Exactly. So it's like, back then we didn't commit all the way through like the way we needed to, like the way we do now.
Do you think you're committed to your podcast?
5 years in, I feel like that says a lot.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it is really just for me. I honestly, to be real, the only reason the podcast is even still going up to this day is because of what it gives me and what I get out of it. Like, I get alleviation. I feel like I'm doing something outside of that day-to-day 9-to-5 societal structure that they want people to have.
I always felt like I appreciated how you appreciated your own voice. Like, you knew that you were confrontational sometimes, right? And you like to stir the pot. You like to stir the pot, but what was super important is that you always kept your voice. And I love that. Like, working with you, whether we were creating shirts or creating content or just shooting the shit, talking about our ideas, you always just thought about how your voice could be, like, put to the forefront. And I was just like, I never thought that I could talk to people or reach people in a way. I'm like, the audience isn't gonna listen to shit I gotta say. No.
But I like the stuff that you say because I like people to have ideas too. Because it's like now, sometimes it's just a matter of just getting them out, not a matter of execution, but just to get them out and just throw them out there and spitball them. Because sometimes you learn you don't need to put the energy into certain ideas after just talking about it, or sometimes you learn you can go a whole different direction.
Correct.
I like the outside perspective on that, and not a lot of people's brain can work like that.
No, that is 100%. A lot of people's brain don't work like that. And like, I just love how like, as we grow and as we learn more about ourselves, you can have that footage there to kind of look back and be like, okay, well, my perspective has changed in this way because of these reasons and my experiences. And I feel like a lot of people don't have the opportunity for that, you know?
I feel like a lot of people don't give themselves the opportunity for that.
Okay.
I feel like that's what it is, because I've learned in life, when you want something, you do whatever you want.
Yes.
Not even that, you do whatever you want to get it, or or you sacrifice what you need to get it. Like, don't get me wrong, I just generally feel a lot of people don't know that better is out there when it comes to a lot of things, and they're scared to walk the path of what means there, because it's not the easiest path, to be honest with you. And I feel like a lot of people are content with just being content.
Yeah, I don't got time for that shit.
Exactly, like to them it's like, I wouldn't give up what I have now for potential worse. Because I think that's how people look at it. They're good with what they have, so they give it up to potentially get worse, or maybe potentially get better. That's not worth it for them.
Have you ever seen that photo? It's like, it's of Jesus and a little girl. The little girl has a teddy bear.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And Jesus has the bigger teddy bear behind his back, and he's asking her to let go. I feel like we don't know exactly what we're supposed to be letting go and why, but that's back to what we were talking about before. Like, you don't know what your true calling is or your true passion is. You just have to let go and trust. And I feel like when you get to a space where you don't know what to do, you gotta let go of certain things and like shift gears appropriately.
It kind of goes back to what we were saying too. If you don't know, you don't understand. Because it's like, how do you, in order to let go, right, you have to first realize you're holding on.
Okay.
You know?
Talk about that.
If you don't realize you're holding on and hold that, and what you're holding on to is causing you the pain, you're not gonna realize you have to let go.
So was it like that relationship kind of too? Once you actually let go?
Felt like that, but I'm still at the stage where I don't know what I want next with it, to be honest with you, because it's like anything is up in the air.
Okay.
I feel like the hardest thing when it comes out of an actual relationship is you don't know who to become.
Okay.
Because when you're in a relationship, you're not the same person you was when you first got into it.
Absolutely.
You know?
I agree.
So the question is, I can't be that person that I was in the relationship, because I'm not in a relationship. There's no need for me to be that person. But it's like, do I go back to being who I was? And isn't even there room for me to even be that because of how the relationship changed me at the same time?
I feel like you'll still be ashamed.
No, don't get me wrong, but the question is, what is that new definition of shame?
That's what you're going to be on your journey figuring out. And I think that there's a beauty in it just as much as you kind of struggle with trying to like make sense of it, you know?
Makes sense a lot.
You got to give yourself a little bit of grace though, you know?
It's hard because if you don't like beat yourself up sometimes, you don't understand how critical it is to get out your situation.
I hear that.
You know, that's how I look at it. And if I'm not that frustrated for wanting change, then I'm not gonna do what I need to do, even begrudgingly,
to make those steps.
Exactly.
No, I hear that.
Like, I have to wake up frustrated, and regardless of how frustrated I am, I hate my situation more. That I would work through my frustration to get past that.
The Army taught me a little bit of discipline when it comes to stuff like that. And what I could share as far as like how to get through that is be the change that you want to see, right? Within yourself, right? And then when you think about how you even see your future self, keep that person with you all the time, meaning the future Janae is with Janae now when I'm making impulsive decisions. How is this going to impact my future? How is future Janae going to be happy with that? Is future O'Shane going to be
stuck at that?
You're stuck at that. Okay.
Reason because.
Reason because that's that Jamaican shit.
I don't have no kids.
Yeah, you haven't made that commitment.
No, that's the thing. Well, honestly, with you saying that out loud, you're right. To a degree, you are right. I have not made that full 100% commitment for me to have kids, because if I really wanted kids, I would have kids, even if it's a situation that I didn't really want to have kids in.
I just feel like you protect your seed,
and I think that's
and
what
your legacy.
And it's so protective that it feels like I've gotten to a point where it's like, does my future involve that? And do I protect that future, or does my future don't involve that?
Yeah.
Do I protect that future?
But I know that you do want that. You've always talked about it.
I want that because
it just has to be the right situation.
Yeah, but what is the right situation?
I feel like your trauma between past relationships and being somewhat of a, I'm not gonna say step parent, but you've seen other relationships and you know what you don't want.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you have too many situations where you see what you don't want, it's hard for you to envision what you actually want.
And then that's what I learned in a relationship, right? Especially when they have kids involved. Like,
oh yeah, you gotta want to be there, bro.
It's not even that. Right? Before we even get to that, right? It's a personal thing where it's like, especially when it comes to girls. I don't know how it is with boys because I've had that experience yet. But when it comes to girls, the question is, are you the man that they can look up to and respect?
That's a real question. But who gets to answer that question?
Me.
Okay.
To a degree, me. Because it's going to be, because the way it is, I look at it, it's still a self-reflective question. Like, in order for you to be that man that
in those kids' lives,
you have to do the actions. You have to take the steps.
Are you willing to step up in that light?
Of course. And that's where I said it struggles where, do I protect the person who want kids, or do I protect the person who don't? Because they're two different men. Especially when it comes mentally and how I go and approach things. Because if I don't have kids, I'm not going to approach life more as careful as I would if I did have kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I feel like when we don't have kids, we are super fucking free. There's less responsibilities. And I feel like in business and in the lifestyle that we currently live, that makes sense. But the lifestyle that we choose later, is it going to agree with these decisions?
That's my point.
Yeah.
They contradict each other.
It does, 100%.
So it's like you sit there and you be like, what do I do in the moment?
How can I make this make sense?
Yeah, and it's to be real, it's never gonna make sense. And even if it makes sense in the moment, it's gonna stop making sense tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because that's how life fucking change.
And you battling with yourself with that right now?
Yes, okay. Because I'm changing so much and life is changing so much at the same time. I don't know if I'm keeping up. If that makes sense.
No, it does make a complete sense. I feel like I don't try to worry about keeping up with anyone but other than me and my goals, right? But it's also like, as the world around us is changing, the algorithms, whatever, people are focusing on, I feel like as long as you're checking in on your morals and the things that you stand on and your principles, I feel like that doesn't really change.
Let me ask you a personal question.
Okay.
And as being an entrepreneur and chasing a business, do you felt that you came to a point you had to compromise your morals for financial success?
Yes, but do you remember our last episode where we talked about the word compromise? I didn't know what it meant because I was in a toxic space where I didn't believe.
Compromise to you meant sacrifice.
Correct. And now I can say that I've made a compromise.
That doesn't require sacrifice.
I closed Pergola last December.
Was that easy?
No.
That has to be tough.
It was
love Pergola.
I love Pergola. I poured my heart and soul into Pergola, and I just wanted to create that space for people to come together and have creatives work. And I had a vision. I closed it because I honestly knew that it didn't support my future goals in no way. It was great for the time after COVID, but it didn't support future Janae.
I get that, but on the outside, you have to understand how inspiring that is to be able to be like, yo, I see this, I want to do it. Fuck it, yo.
And do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Literally by tomorrow, let's do it.
Yeah.
It might not make sense in the moment.
It didn't make a fucking lick
but
of
you
sense
just,
to
you weren't
anybody.
scared to just do it. You don't understand, like, it's those are two different traits to have. But you can gain them along the way. But for you to have that as the first one is the most important one.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
I just feel like any entrepreneur, for real, if you are scared of risk, you're never going to be successful. I'd rather fail 1,000 times and get back up 1,001 and
like
say,
fail no more.
I don't like it either. I never did, because I never really put it in my vocabulary to fail. I always just kind of say, all right, well, I'm gonna try this other way.
Yeah, because to me it's like when I play ball with my friends, I always make the joke. I'm like, the only L I'm taking today is the L I roll. Okay,
the split and I'm an.
Exactly, that's it. Because like to lose unless it comes to like, honestly, you don't really lose.
Correct. It's a lesson.
Even when it comes to life and people you love, once you lose them, you don't lose because you've gained so much.
Correct.
Just from having that person in your life, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
And even the removal of them is another lesson learned.
Oh yeah, and a blessing and a decision.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Some people, it hurts to lose. Some people, it do hurt to lose. I'm not gonna sit here and not say them, because I used to be like that too. But it is, sometimes we do fuck up so bad with people that we lost somebody good. It don't always have to be romantically.
Correct.
It can be in terms of friendships as well too.
Yeah, no, I lost some friendships, and I used to be the type of person where I didn't lose sleep at night. Because if you was my real friend and you were supposed to be, but if you were supposed to be in my life, we wouldn't argue the way we were.
I know, but you were supposed to be in my life at that moment.
So I gotta learn what I'm supposed to learn.
That's how you was at the moment,
and then move on.
You're attracted.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, I ain't gonna lie, right? You know what I've learned as I got older? Life ain't even that deep.
No, it's not.
Not all the time, at least.
Not all the time, but I feel like a lot of us be pushing a narrative.
We want it to have meaning so bad that we put meaning to everything. Because sometimes our moments and our situations feel meaningless. So we put meaning to everything.
Especially when we're dealing with some fucked up people.
But dare I say, sometimes that's why some people find religion so late in their life.
That's facts.
Because they don't have everything else that lost its meaning. The human nature just wants structure. That's it. They want structure, and they're willing to do and conform to anything that gives it to them in that moment based on where they're at. That's why people should never say, I would never. It couldn't be me. Watch the universe put you in a situation where
you end up doing exactly what the fuck you said you wouldn't. Yeah.
That's why I stopped saying it could never be me.
The power of our language is so important, and I feel like a lot of people just be bullshitting when they say certain shit, but they don't realize the power of their tongue.
You're bringing it to yourself or close to you.
Right. Why do you think me manifest?
All right, another personal story, right? So, remember I told you how I broke my wrist?
Yes.
I have a whole plate in my wrist. Do you know why I'm not really mad at that whole situation?
Why?
Because I asked for it.
Yeah, we can. But you asked for it.
I laughed at it later on because I was talking to my brother, and we was talking because he's the only person that knows the full extent of the story, and he was like, bro, you can't even be mad because you asked for it, because we did some fuck shit with road rage the other day when you was tailgating somebody and
didn't even realize,
trying to run them off the road, and then you kind of wished, not kind of, but I wished an accident up on him. I wished he got in an accident.
And then you see how that shit came back to you.
Exactly. That's why every time no matter how bad my road rage get, it never gets to the point I wish somebody actually.
But some people just really suck at fucking driving.
I know, I get that. But I don't let those words come out of my mouth no more because of how fucked up my wrist got.
Recently, there was no turn on red sign. I'm at a red light, and the guy wanted me to go, and I didn't, because I was having a good mood. I was playing my music.
There's no
and I didn't
rush.
feel like there was no rush, right?
Yeah.
I'm leaving the gym, having a good time. He pulled up beside me, gave me the middle finger, cussed and screamed at me, and all I could say was, have a great day.
Yeah.
And I gave him the peace sign, not the middle finger. He literally sped through the next red light. But in my mind, I was just like, yo, I was playing either Michael Jackson or Bob Marley. I can't even remember right now. But I was just like, bro, it wasn't that deep to me, but it meant everything to him for him to speed through that light. And I'm just thinking about how he could have harmed somebody else, harmed himself, and I'm just like, yo, life is too short for people to stay angry. You know how miserable people love company. I'm not here to entertain that, and I don't want to, and I don't want that negativity in my life. So I'm doing everything in my power to remove that energy from around me.
Because you gotta change within you. You gotta be the change you want to see, like you said.
Exactly, and like it started with family. To be real with you, I cut off family members.
I feel like
friends.
once you start doing that, it becomes easy.
It comes so easy.
Everybody can get it at.
Yo, anybody finna get it.
Can get it, yeah.
Oh my God, anybody can fucking get it, and I'm okay with that.
Because honestly, the first time I cut a family member off that I thought I wouldn't be able to cut off, I started losing friends that I thought I would never be able. I would never see.
Ain't that funny?
On some real shit.
Ain't it funny how that works?
Like, don't get me wrong, I love the memories that we had together. Like, we had some great times.
Yeah.
But this was something hard for me to learn growing up. But people do outgrow people. Sometimes it's forever, sometimes it's temporary. But sometimes people do outgrow each other. Sometimes you have to grow a separate way because everybody's life entails for something different.
You know, when I learned, it was like I would go and hang around some of my old friends, and I realized when the conversation changed.
Yeah.
When the things that we used to talk about, I'm like, damn, we was talking about that in high school, bruv. Like,
No, I think what you meant to say is when the conversation didn't change.
it hasn't changed, yeah. It did, the conversation didn't change at all.
Like, we're making the same jokes, we're laughing, we're like, it's like, bro, like...
That was funny 10, 15 years ago.
Like, we're doing the same things, it's repetitive, not much people been doing anything different, we're working...
They in the same job, yeah.
Like, it's like, bro, like, we're not doing anything to get better out of life.
And that's what's scary to me. Staying stagnant has never been in my blood. I don't understand it, quite frankly. But
you know what's funny? I actually had a crush on an older woman when I was younger, right?
Okay.
Because she came to me back in Hartford to help her mom out. And
this funny as shit.
She, like, it was a couple people that had a crush on her. And she ended up having a crush back on me only because of how I spoke.
Okay.
She loved the vocabulary that I used. But the only reason she would never entertain me is because she said, she feels like I am limiting myself based off the people that I surround myself with. And because of where I was at that point in my life, I didn't understood what she meant. I didn't reciprocate.
You get it now?
Yo,
that shit hit you.
Left those people. I finally understood. Like, yo,
that shit hit you full throttle, and you could be mad at yourself, but it's also like, no, I still wasn't gonna learn it then.
Exactly, I wasn't.
It don't matter how else she could have said it to you, you still wouldn't have known it then.
She could have gave me evereverything that I wanted, and I still wouldn't have understood it. Because
you could have had you a sugar mama if you would have just stopped playing with your own potential.
But I didn't realize. Like, it's because the people around you. Because when you're the outlier in your situation, when you're the black sheep in your situation, everybody puts you on that pedestal. So you feel some type of invincibility.
Obligation. Oh, no. You feel
some type of invincibility. You feel some type of comfort because you're getting that love, you're getting that joy, you're getting that acceptance. Because people, they don't look at you like them. They look at you like you're different. Like, you know? Like, they see your potential, but they love it around them.
I never saw my potential for so many reasons, but I feel like when people put themselves in a box, you're already limited.
You don't see that you're in a box.
I lived my life never putting myself in a box. I feel like the military showed me the way to work with everyone, and then I was like, okay, I have all these, you know, jack of all trades, master of none, but like, let me try it all to see what I want in my 20s so that in my 30s I can do what I'm passionate about. And like, I feel like it's different for everyone because everyone's journey is different, but it's also like, nah, we're all in the same spectrum here, bro.
No, we all don't. I feel like actually I just learned a new phrase.
Tell me.
Same ocean, different boat.
Same ocean, different boat, yes.
That's it.
We all came over on the boat, goddamn. All right, I hear that.
But basically, it's because the world is so big that everybody don't realize we're all technically in the same place. But because our boat is so small in comparison to the world, we don't realize that. Unless you're standing next to somebody who's like in the same situation.
Or in a yacht.
Yeah.
And then you're looking at your boat like, wait, why my boat don't look like that boat?
Yeah, but a lot of people, they don't realize we're so in this together, even with the misery. Like, a lot of people don't understand. Everybody's out here trying to fucking figure it out.
Yep, everybody's struggling in some way.
Some ways, even the person who got everything that you think
them
you
still
want,
miserable.
they missing out on something. And it took me a while to accept that. And once I finally accepted that, I never cared what other people had.
Yeah.
I was too busy trying to figure out what I needed to do.
When I'm gonna get mine, yeah.
Exactly. Like, all right, let me get that for myself too. Like, what can I do for it? And then, like you said, like, I don't want to be in my 30s trying to do the same things I was doing in my 20s. Like, I have to have some type of consistency.
Correct.
You know?
And that's when I really started to check in on myself, because, like, I literally have full-blown conversations with myself, like, in the mirror. Like, did that shit go the way it was supposed to go? No. Why? Because your fucking attitude.
You're reflecting.
You know? And, like, I was like, if you don't want to deal with that shit again, you got to take this approach, you know? And I talk to myself that way because in my 20s, I did a lot. And I did more than the typical 20-year-old. You know, I opened several businesses. I helped my family with their businesses. And I just thought, like, the Army was going to be my end-all, be-all. I thought Pergola was going to be my end-all, be-all. But, you know, I've been able to shift gears and pivot through all of it and take all of the lessons as actual lessons, not losses, because that's the L that I can handle. I can handle a lesson. I can't handle a loss. And when I started to actually say, hey, this is no longer serving me. This is how I need to pivot now. Whoever was with me, that don't mean they're coming. They're not coming with me to in that moment for me to learn what I was supposed to learn, but that's it.
You know what I realized? Being in your 20s is a disease at the same time.
Okay.
If you don't feel, like, if you don't feel invincible in your 20s, you're not doing it right.
Okay.
Like, the 20s is the one place you're supposed to feel like you can do anything and get right back.
Because we did.
Yeah, that's the one time you.
Because I can't drink the way I used to.
That ass, you know, but with everything in general, this is the one time you should be like, fuck it, pick up and go somewhere. You know, start over with something. Like, walk away from shit without no explanation. Like, this is the one time you can feel invincible. Because when you're in your 30s, you have more to lose.
Absolutely.
Especially when it comes to self, because of everything that you built in your 20s.
Feeling
and
that.
Then on the opposite end of that, being in your 20s is a disease because you feel like in your 20s you're supposed to have everything.
No, right? And I did find myself comparing myself to other people a lot in my 20s, but it was more so like, it's because I was going to other businesses and trying to figure out how I was going to get to mine and do it. But it was also like, no, Janae, you take your time in the way that you need to. These people are where they are because they take these steps already that you haven't even started to take half the steps that you needed to take to get to where you need to be. So it's just one day at a time. This is looking really good so far. I'm actually really excited. But
it feels like you had like half of it done already, but you barely got like a quarter of it done.
You know it.
It's different when you can feel like when you have to go through like every detail of every second.
That's what tattooing does to me in my life, right? Every detail, every way that I approach it, which side I start on, why I chose to start on that side, I have to think about that before I even approach the tattoo. So it definitely like is
keep your mind
okay. Keep it going, because the fuck, no, I needed this in my life, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity to be able to even be able to tattoo people. You know what I mean?
I'm glad you reached out to me because, like we talked about earlier, this is a huge test for me because it's funny because even during my so you know the reason I actually have at-home haircuts now is because I actually had an anxiety attack in the barbershop.
Okay.
And ever since then, it was very hard for me to fit in the barbershop and actually not have an anxiety attack.
Yeah.
So I kind of suffer from agoraphobia as well too.
Can you explain to me what that is? I actually don't know what that is.
So agoraphobia is basically like you have an anxiety attack in a place, and now you're triggered by that place every single time.
Okay.
So every time you go there,
it brings back up those old emotions.
Moment, and it's like you having another anxiety attack. So like,
and it could be nothing going on. It's just the fact that
just that first time in there, you just remember how you felt, and it just
go
right back there. So so I suffer from that a little bit, and I realized I have to do stuff in my own comfort zone and everything. So to be able to sit here, especially for how long this is going to take, this is going to be a real test to me and my own capabilities as well too.
And I love that for you. I love that you're with somebody that actually genuinely cares about your well-being. I always say that because I do. And I remember the first week I met you, you told me that you were going to be my best friend. And I was like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? and you were like, here's what I'm gonna do. And I was like, okay. You're like, you have to save my name in your phone as best friend. And this is like 6-7 years ago.
I don't think we even met in person yet.
No, and you told me that we were going to be best friends. And I was like, whatever. This dude don't know what the fuck he talking about. Plus, he don't know me. And then it's literally been almost like 6-7 years since then.
I know.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And guess what? I've never changed in my phone. Your name.
Yo, that is
Your name is still best friend in my phone. And we don't talk every day.
But it don't need to because the energy don't change.
That part. But every time I check in, I'm like, what you got going on,
That's
motherfucker?
funny because I just brought back a whole memory. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I can't make me reflect on like who I was then and who I am now. I was a whole different breed of bold and
Yes. And
but you know what it was? It was the poet in me.
Yes.
Because when I was writing poetry, I just felt like I can communicate with anybody.
Yeah.
I can see them for who they are. And I don't know why I was able to just see something different in you. I was like, yeah, I'm a love her.
Yeah, and you told me, you was like, you messaged me and told me that I was going to be your best friend, and I laughed at you. And I was like, okay, bro, whatever you say.
Damn, yo.
Yeah.
I miss that side of me so much.
It was very bold.
Because, you know, it's like when you step on the outside and look at yourself and you see things that other people tell you, and you're like, oh, it was there.
Yeah.
It was always there.
But it was your intuition, too.
And that's, yeah.
And I always told you to listen to it, and I didn't know who you were when I was saying that.
And it's funny because the universe ended up putting us in a place to actually meet.
And work and get creative.
And it's funny, you were the first person for us to do a live show. And if it wasn't
The
for
Weed
you,
and Whiskey podcast?
If it wasn't for you, we would never done our first live show.
Well, I'm glad that I could be a part of it, but I always told you that I saw your vision and I wanted to support that.
But that's why I loved you, because anybody who is afraid to tell me stuff like that in that capacity, but with you, it wasn't a matter of telling me. You just said, you know what, I ain't even gonna tell this nigga. I'm just gonna provide the space, provide the opportunity. If he say no, that's on him.
I said, this is the day and this is the time we're doing it.
Exactly.
Yes or no?
Exactly.
Actually, I don't even think I let you tell me no.
Yeah, I don't think you did. I don't think you gave us an option in that.
No. I said, these are the available dates. What works for your schedule?
But I'm glad you did that, because it showed us a new vision, a new future.
That you had the potential.
Yeah. Because that was such a historic night. You don't understand.
Remember when we all lit the spliff at the same time?
Oh,
that was a vibe.
And then people was bringing bottles for us to drink.
Oh yeah, they're trying to get you shit faced.
Oh, I was fucking shit faced.
Oh,
The Jamaican me came out because I think I wore white pants that day.
Yeah, there was no other way to do it. You had white pants?
I had white pants on that day with like black Timbs.
It's so vague in my mind right now.
I remember like a lot, because I had a lot of my close friends literally came out just for us.
That's what we needed.
And the audience was so interactive. Everybody came through. They was in it, and I loved it.
The energy was in the room.
Yes, I loved it so much. Like that opened up a whole another room for confidence for me. Right?
Because we talked about it, like jokingly.
Yeah.
And I was like, why do we always talk about our ideas and our aspirations and not do them? And why do we always say them in a joking manner? That shit used to like make me think.
Well, to be candid, I joke at everything, even when I'm serious. That's what I do. That's just my coping mechanism.
But I was like, why aren't we actually doing the things that we said?
And that's why I don't quit with the podcast, because I feel like, I'm gonna be real, sometimes I question it if I'm trapped.
Okay.
Because
why do you think you're trapped though?
Because I love the love that I get for doing it. And I feel like if I give up on it, I am disappointing those people who ever told me that they loved me for doing it.
It's your fans, it's your audience. There's nothing to be afraid of or ashamed of. I think that that's a good enough reason to continue to do something that you started because you loved.
And that's what I'm saying. And I think it's even if it's just because I love the love that I get for it, I'm doing it in a genuine way, that the only reason I'm getting love for it is because of how I do it. Correct.
And your intention is pure. And I think that's what separates you from everybody else. And I think you need to remember that. Or maybe we're here today for you to remember that. And maybe this piece will help you symbolize what future O'Shane wants.
This piece is going to definitely put me in a different place. And then one thing I want to always give myself credit when it comes to podcasts is we have never thrown anybody under the bus. We don't have shit up there. We don't have people come up there just to talk about
somebody else or my diss track or da da da.
It don't need for that because there's so many other shit under the sun to speak about other than what people think they want to hear. But and that's where I feel like I hold a responsibility as a content creator and as somebody who have invested into these equipment that broadcasts a message to the world. I am responsible for what I feed people when it comes to my media. I don't want to be part of the
problem.
Yes. I'm already part of the problem just because I already invested into a camera and microphone. Like, naturally, that makes me part of the problem because I'm already part of a culture automatically that does that. Where the majority does
it, yeah.
And even if it's not the majority, it's where the people profit majority off that.
Off of other people.
Or just misery, or just drama, or just low frequency actions. Low
vibrational fucking action.
Exactly.
Let's talk about that too.
I don't want to put low vibrational energy out there, so I feel responsible for what I'm doing. Because yeah, we can have fun. Yeah, we can make jokes, but there's a way of doing things.
But it also ties into what you were talking to about before about being a step parent and raising children having your own.
I want to have some type of integrity means something to me. Like that, I don't want to just say some shit and not be able to act upon it, not be able to look in the mirror and see exactly what I say I am. Like that's huge for me. Like I want to be able to feel so comfortable with myself that I don't have to remember what I did the other day to keep up with the lie. Like there's no need for that because
especially when you're recording and putting things out there to the world. A lot of people don't remember them lie, don't remember what they said.
That's too much, yo. Like I want to be able to just be who I am, and if you catch me in something, I'm man enough to be like, you got me.
Yeah, I said that, or I was wrong about that.
Exactly. Like yesterday I felt that way, but today I learned different. Like I'm not afraid of being wrong.
Some people can't take that much accountability in their life, though.
Oh my God, accountability is like...
It's so huge.
I think it's like, you know when you put water in the Wicked Witch and they start melting? I feel like that's what accountability do to people.
Melt.
Yeah.
Can't handle it.
They can't handle it.
So get the fuck up out of here, bro.
I don't know why everybody's struggling with accountability like that. It's not.
It requires you to look at yourself in the mirror.
I don't understand why that's so hard, though.
I do it every day, but it's hard for other people to admit that the things that they maybe feel so strongly about it's not morally right, you know. It could be so many things.
I think it's because I'm okay being the problem.
We know that.
It is. I am so okay with being the problem that I can look in the mirror and know I am the problem and don't hate myself for it because I accept it about myself.
Correct.
But also the fact that I know that I am the problem, I also know when I'm not the problem as well too.
Yeah, but these people are also dealing with like childhood trauma and so many other issues, right? How can I expect we are too fucking grown
to be the main problem?
But how do you expect people to deal with that trauma and those things? Yeah, we mean black people on therapy.
Go hiking.
Go be outside with nature, motherfucker.
Go bungee jumping.
Go do something different.
There's so many other options out there than to sit here and take it out on other people. Fuck that. Fuck it. Do crack.
Oh my God.
It's better than sitting here and doing the damages that we do to other people.
No.
I wholeheartedly speak on damage yourself first before you damage other people if you are going to do damage.
But those hurt people that continue to hurt other people,
and then
how are they going to be able to keep doing what they do?
Keep hurting themselves? Then you're not going to be here to hurt yourself no more.
Yeah.
I know it's dark.
It is. That's why I said it's tough.
Dark. But I've learned when it comes to loving people, you have to know how to love them.
Yeah, no, you do. And I just started meeting people where they're at, meaning like I'm not trying to...
I struggle with that.
No?
I struggle with meeting people where they're at because
why?
I feel like I'm lowering my vibration for you. No, meet me
where I'm at.
Because I'm up here. You know?
I do agree with that. I do agree with that.
Don't bring me down here because you're not even doing me justice for you to even want me to meet you down here.
Oh my God.
That's fucked up for you to want me to come down there just to meet you.
No, I agree.
You don't love me.
No, I feel like if you love someone enough, you'll make the changes within yourself.
Exactly, to meet them
to
where
be better.
to meet them up at where they're at.
Yeah, because them meeting you down where you at ain't fair.
It ain't fair. Like, why? Come on, man. That's dumb as hell. Come on, bro. Life is all about growing. Evolution.
I definitely feel that way, especially in like my new relationship, like with Taja. Like I had to stop the toxic mindset. Remember my event, Toxic Tuesday?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love that.
We all love Toxic Tuesday, but I took the word toxic out of my vocabulary.
Toxic became such a toxic word.
But okay,
Society,
but
toxic.
I took that shit out my vocabulary as a whole, and oh my God, I love my life now. Oh my God, I love my life now.
See what I mean? Where I say, even no matter how bad my road rage get, I would never wish an accident onto somebody. Those words will never come
out your mouth.
But that's why I mean that, because I already see what it could come from, and I don't care if anybody's saying that's just coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence at all.
This was supposed to happen this way.
It's because I'm a mathematical person. I understand that
you need
2
the
plus
data
2 equals 2.
Okay, you need the data.
One action plus another action is going to lead to another action.
Okay.
Every action has an equal and an opposite.
Because cause and effect.
That's another thing too. Cause and effect. Like everything. Like, and that's my another thing too. Like everybody feel like their actions don't affect anybody, but it affects everybody. Everybody.
Yeah, I definitely apply it more in my adult life than I did when I was in my 20s. Like caring for other people, being more considerate. I was a hothead and I didn't give a fuck about the opinion of others. And now I'm just like in a place where I have to care about feelings, how things are affecting other people. And like now that I think that way, I'm like, yo, why was I being so mean before? And I'm like, yo, I wasn't even being mean. It was just, I didn't have the conscious mind to pause to say, hey, how is this going to affect so-and-so? How is this, consequences? It'd be simple shit, but...
I kind of stand by that. Anybody who got my meanness at that point deserved it because they brought it out of me.
Oh, my God.
I'm only a villain to the people who need it.
I said I was always a bully to the bullies. So I get it.
Yeah, I'm only a villain to the people who need it. Like... You would never bring it out of me if you don't need it in life, to be honest with you. But
okay.
If you need it, it's going to come out of you, though.
Right.
That's what it's doing.
The universe does. And I ain't trying to get caught up.
Yeah. Like, what, there's, the game has a song where he says, the world aren't full of assholes. There's a strategically placed for you to run into them every day.
Can you imagine?
That's just it. Like, that's what I realized. We normalize things that ain't even normal.
Yeah, no, we have. And the United States is weird as fuck.
The United States is backwards. It's so fucking backwards. There's countries out there that actually care about people.
Still waiting for this one to figure it the fuck out.
Are they? They profit off the misery.
Off the misery and the people that are fucking dying.
Like, people aren't dying, they're not making money, they're not making progress.
It makes me nervous too as a soldier, like how much we find out and we're just like
complacent.
Yeah, and then like I even saw recently like 2 Army officers getting arrested, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, how is this possible? And they're just like talking about conspiracy theories, and they're talking about like, oh, this is a genocide. Oh, don't believe anything these politicians are saying. I'm just like, yo, all this is like scary to me because I'm supposed to be the one serving and protecting this country. But how am I gonna do that when I don't trust? Exactly, what am I protecting? You got soldiers out on the regular street. Arresting or standing at protests, and it's just like I know I'm not supposed to have a voice when it comes to that, and I'm not supposed to say much, but I don't like what I'm seeing, and I don't want to serve a country like this.
That should be tough. That's another thing that build up internal adversity.
It's scary to me because you don't want to bring children into this world at all if that's the case. Like,
I've actually never been scared to bring children. I've never been one of those people who are like, oh, based on where the world is, I'm scared to bring kids in this world. I always feel like that's more of a reason to bring kids in this world.
So you can make
be and bring the change that needs to come. Teach that to your offspring so they can teach it to their offspring.
Yeah.
That's how you start diluting the negativity in here, but
get it out.
Like a dab of like positivity in here and just let it accelerate.
Yeah, it's hard Because they'll be like, oh, thank you for serving. Thank you for your service. What, for what?
You serve the agenda. You serve the propaganda.
Correct. And I'm like, yo, how much longer can I do this? That's really where I'm at. How much longer? It's been 11 years.
Really?
Yeah, how you doing? Think you need a good break?
Yeah, a little bit. Ooh.
You're doing great, though.
I'm actually proud of my fucking self.
Yeah. You see, I told you once I get you talking, it'll be fly by.
I've never gotten a tattoo from you before, but this is an amazing experience.
Appreciate it.
I'm actually, I'm more comfortable than I actually thought I would be.
I got you, that's why. Right after I finish his eyebrow, I'm gonna get you I'm gonna put some A&D on some of these tough spots so it doesn't dry up. But he's looking damn good, too.
Yeah, I know. I want to kind of look in the mirror and look.
Yeah, no, this is a good stopping point.